In working with the Greensboro Health Disparities Collaborative, which is an anti-racism group in healthcare, they really emphasize the idea that you need real-time transparency. You need to be able to see what's happening in care in real time. You need accountability. The providers need to know what's happening with all their patients and pay attention to the demographics. And you need enhanced communication. So many times in healthcare we tend to blame the patient when the patient doesn't understand, and that's why navigators are so important, because navigators really enhance the ability to communicate. In translating the three things from the Health Disparities Collaborative, what do we mean by real-time transparency? Well, through electronic health records, digital electronic data are available everywhere. So you can create a real-time registry to know whether or not a patient is keeping appointments, and just as importantly, whether they are reaching milestones of care that you expect over time. In terms of accountability, this is standard quality improvement strategy. You do audit and feedback, and you let providers and other participants in care know how they're doing. But in order to combat disparities, you need to know how patients are doing according to race and ethnicity, and you need to be able to compare to the gold standard, which is usually care for white folk. Now, the third thing, enhanced communication. It's really important that we're able to communicate both in plain language and to engage and re-engage the patient over time. As you all are aware, with the cancer diagnosis, there tends to be anger and denial, and sometimes when you say the word cancer, people don't hear you. So this idea of serial re-engagement and confirming that the patient understands is really important. The key is that it has to be a system. For instance, when providers have implicit bias or a patient has mistrust, just individual education doesn't handle that for everybody, and when individuals leave and new individuals come in, then you're starting from ground zero. So by building a system with a real-time registry, with accountability through race and ethnic specific QI, and building a strong system of communication, having that systematic approach will make it so that you can overcome many of these barriers. It's really, really important to engage community, because when you're talking about how to communicate, and when you're talking about what barriers need to be overcome, who knows that more than the community that's experienced the problem? So engaging community both at the level of how do I overcome the problem, and then engaging the community as an accountability agent to show, well, here's how we're doing now, here's when we compare all groups, they're all improving because we built this system. The community wants to know. The community wants to know that the health system is doing better and doing well. One of the most important things to know is by building this system, not only did the disparities go away, but care got better for everyone, including the patients who were getting the best care in the first place.